Let's talk about how Shane Eagle is the most delusional rapper in South Africa. I mean, we all enjoy and love Shane Eagle's music, and this would be a true statement if it was 2017. But no, it's not. It's 2023. Unfortunately, not everyone resonates with Shane Eagle's music as they previously did back then. This is because of many reasons that I will reveal during the course of this video. First of all, Shane Eagle's music is no longer catered to the South African youth, the South African niche, the South African regular citizen that enjoys hip hop music. It's not catered to them, it's catered to a different audience, an audience that is overseas, that's not just us, South Africa. It's different to collaborate with people that are from overseas and still make music that sounds and resonates with the average South African. I think the last time Shane Eagle made music that was kind of similar to the music that we enjoy as South Africans was when he was coming into the game with Yellow. That was when he was peaking, and you could see that even the features he was featuring South Africans. I mean, he featured Nasty C on Paris, and his delusion, however, has made him think that he's still as hot as he was back then. I mean, that's the thing. There's hotter rappers now. It's 2023 and we have the likes of Blackie, we have the likes of Maclara, we have the likes of 25K. I mean, I could go on and on and on to list which rappers are currently hotter than this guy Shane Eagle right now. It's almost his whole fault that he didn't really cater to the audience that he had, and he started taking really long breaks during the course of his years as a rap artist, and it kind of felt like he was neglecting the whole game as a whole. We saw him, he was on the real, what's that show of rappers being in a reality show, that show real rappers, that show, man. We know that show. The name is just running away from my mind right now. But we saw him there. We saw him have a stint there with him and his girlfriend. And that's just like, that's a show where people that are washed up, rappers that are washed up who are previously hot, go to revive their career. So Shane Eagle this year dropped Kira, which was his album, and this album is really good for a listen. I really enjoyed the album. I just felt like I could have enjoyed it more, but it was really enjoyable tape. However, I do understand why it didn't resonate to the regular South African, because the sound he was going for is just not South African at all. The type of sound he's going for in that album does not resonate to the regular South African. The beat selection of the songs are different from what we expect in South Africa, and just the music as the whole, the beats aren't there to make you vibe and groove. They're just there to have you introspect and think. And most of the songs that you can perform to an audience, there are not many in that album. I think Krypton is the one that you can really genuinely perform, and I saw his performance at Sneakers change.
POV, Otto and Cocat is warming up while Shane Eagle is performing at XXC.
Okay, yeah, like a Clark Kent, good superhero, like a, yeah, like a, good superhero, like a, bitch. Sneak Exchange, I fucking love y'all, man.
He was performing this song, Krypton, and the crowd was not particularly vibing to the song, which is confusing because that song is the most vibey, hypey song on the album. And for people to not vibe to the song just means one thing: they don't know the song, they don't know your album. For him to bring statements like, "I'm the best rapper in the country, you can keep the continent," that's a diss to A-Reece, and he's not at a point in his career that he can diss A-Reece. I know rappers do have that mentality that, okay, I'm the best rapper, I can watch every rapper in the world, and that's okay. It's a good mentality to have, but also it's good to also have some type of awareness where you are at the game right now and what your words can particularly say about you. I mean, words weigh a lot, man. Words is another rapper bigger than Shane Eagle right now, but that's like another topic for another day. Words mean a lot, and if you're out here tweeting that I'm the best rapper in Africa and the country, you can take the continent, that's you directly dissing A-Reece. And this is funny to me because let's take it back to the cipher of A-Reece, Nasty C, and Shane Eagle. That cipher just was where Shane Eagle was at his peak. I won't lie. That was Shane Eagle's peak. That wasn't Nasty C's peak, but he was slowly getting there, and A-Reece as well. So they were competing. They were like the top 3 biggest. And A-Reece washed Shane Eagle on that freestyle. And Nasty C also had a better freestyle than Shane Eagle in that cipher. I mean, if we take it back to the time that you were hot, and if you'd said this statement, it's still not a lie. It would still be an invalid statement to say. The worst thing is you said it in 2023, where now you're not hot, your music is not catered to the South African audience, and you just like an artist that is not really booked. Has anyone booked Shane Eagle in terms of performances? I know his brand awareness is still big because he does get brand sponsorships, but bookings, I particularly never see a booking of Shane Eagle. Okay, we have Shane Eagle booked here. That doesn't happen no more. And that's completely opposite when it comes to A-Reece, as the boy's booked literally all the time. And he has his own shows, Reece Effect, that he hosts, and has a lot of people in the game coming to support him. I don't think Shane Eagle could have a Reece Effect or a show that could have people like the African Throne Tour, have people come to just specifically watch him to perform. It's because of what? It's because he's fallen off the ladder of hip-hop. And I've been seeing comments on Twitter compare him to Lucas Raps, Shane Eagle and Lucas Raps. And I get it, I get the comparisons, because one of the other person did say that he got a mansion that's his for 16 million, but apparently it wasn't his. And now the other person is out here saying he's the best rapper in Africa or in the continent, you know. So that's a particularly type of delusion that has to be addressed. I mean, we are old and we are aware, we are adults at this point, and we are aware that some things aren't our thing and some things are ours. I mean, the title of you being the best rapper in the continent, in Africa, in South Africa, it's not your title, man, and it's never been your title even when you are peaking. But I will welcome that type of delusion from rappers that really think that they are worth the title of being the best in South Africa. If you really think you're worth it, and even your accolades say and your numbers prove that you are, then of course no one will fight you when you say statements like that. When you say, oh, I'm the greatest in South Africa or the greatest in Africa, no one will fight you. Some people will commend you. I'm sure some of your fans will be like, yeah, that's true. If you there, if you like literally that pedestal. But if you're an average person or like below average, and you state that you're the greatest in something, people will look at you like, what? You know? Like, they will look at you like you lack self-awareness, and that's what's happening with Shane Eagle.